Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now, heading right on into our Thursday evening, and this continues to be a weather alert day. We are tracking still an opportunity as we go through the evening of some thunderstorm activity, some hailstorms, and again, some of those storms could be severe. The opportunity of large hail up to the size of golf balls will be possible. By the way, we do have a very, very small tornado watch in effect for part of our coverage area as well. So important details, we're going to get you caught up on that. Talking about another opportunity, though, for severe weather even for tomorrow, Friday, and a very unsettled pattern, a very wet pattern, if you will, as we go forward in time. So 70s this evening here in the Metroplex, but it's a 40 to maybe 50% opportunity of, again, some rain and some thunderstorm activity. So if you are making evening plans, number one, please do keep that in mind. Even though it may be quiet initially, again, things could become a little more unsettled as we go through the evening. And again, keep in mind your vehicle with that hail threat potentially developing. So these were the daytime highs. Again, a lot of locations right up around 80, even if you lower to mid 80s out there. The humidity was increasing as we went through the day. Again, things you could definitely feel again as we went through our afternoon. So Montague and Cook County in green there, they're under a tornado watch until 9 p.m. this evening. But you can see the rest of our western counties, our coverage area here, severe thunderstorm watch in blue, and that's in effect until midnight. Does not include specifically the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but again, we'll track the opportunity of activity even moving a little bit further east as we go through the evening as well. So right now, radar in North Texas specifically, relatively quiet, but as we expand out the view, you can see out in the big country and even up into parts of northwestern North Texas, there is activity that's going to be kind of impinging, right, or infringing, if you will, into our far western coverage area as we go over the next couple of hours. Again, like I mentioned, any of that activity could become severe or could be severe with that hail threat. Again, we will have live severe weather coverage with anything going on out there as we go through the evening and, of course, through the night as well. Big areas spin though out across parts of the Southern California area, parts of the West Coast here. That continues to essentially aggravate our weather pattern. It's pushing what we call the subtropical jet, the southern branch here of the jet stream, directly up and over North Texas. Again, with the dry line in place, some of those surface features and some added lift coming in from that feature, that's what's going to give us these opportunities almost daily now of rain and storms as we go over what appears to be the next 7, 8, maybe even 9 days. Again, I'll show you that coming up. But otherwise, as we go through this evening, anywhere in red, if you have a thunderstorm, the easiest way to sum this up, it's essentially all of North Texas. If you do have a thunderstorm in your area, it could be severe. And again, like I mentioned, the primary concern would be an opportunity of, again, hail up to the size of golf balls. If we were to have a tornado warning, the more likely opportunity would be off to the northwest. Again, there's a little outflow boundary, some rain-cooled air that came out of Oklahoma, and it's kind of stalled up here. And sometimes those little outflow boundaries, they can add to the spin factor, if you will, right? So again, right now, not necessarily anticipating much in the way of any tornadic activity, but again, if it were to happen, that would be the general area we would see it. Now, here's what the model does. Again, you can see as we go through the evening, one of two things happening. We have the activity developing off the outflow boundary. Other activity, again, you see they're coming in from the dry line. The model tries to take it directly across North Texas. That may be a little bullish. It may begin to weaken once we get past sunset. We'll see what happens with that. We're quiet overnight. We're essentially quiet through most of the afternoon tomorrow. But by late afternoon, here comes the dry line in from the west. And again, look what happens by late afternoon. Thunderstorms do quickly develop in our western counties. And for tomorrow, Friday, some of those also may try and even scoot towards the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex as well. Because of that, the Storm Prediction Center highlighting in red, again, another opportunity. And again, that would be for tomorrow, Friday, the opportunity of large hail up to the size of baseball, or up to the size of golf balls, rather, up to the size of golf balls tomorrow possible as well. So right around 70 for overnight lows. Again, it's going to be a fairly balmy overnight, but then take a look at tomorrow, Friday, with that dry line scooting in, a push of drier air. Some locations in our western counties, like out around Mineral Wells, Graham, even maybe out towards Breckenridge, you folks are going to be trying to flirt with some triple-digit heat. 90s for the rest of us, back down into the upper 60s to around 70. That would be Friday night and early Saturday morning. And then even as we go through Saturday, another pretty warm day on the way. Lots of 90s around the area, maybe even some mid to upper 90s out in our far western counties. So again, you can see going forward, number one, we're unsettled. Again, daily opportunities of rain and storms. But look at these high temperatures. We're talking about a lot of 90s on the way, all the way into the middle part of next week.